African Development Bank proposes a new currency backed by minerals, a game changer for Africa. The African Development Bank, AFDB, has introduced a groundbreaking proposal to create a new currency backed by critical minerals, similar to the historic gold standard. This initiative is designed to stabilize Africa's often volatile currency markets while attracting international financing for clean energy projects across the continent. With Africa being home to some of the world's most valuable natural resources, this proposal could be a turning point for the continent's economic future. But what does it mean for African nations, businesses, and everyday citizens? Could this be the key to financial stability and economic independence? Africa's economies have long struggled with currency instability, inflation, and dependence on foreign currencies like the US dollar, euro, and Chinese yuan. Many African nations rely on commodity exports to earn foreign currency, making their economies highly vulnerable to price fluctuations in global markets. The AFDB's proposed currency would be pegged to Africa's vast reserves of critical minerals, such as gold, cobalt, lithium, and rare earth metals, which are essential for technology, electric vehicles, and clean energy projects. To put this into perspective, Africa holds over 60% of the world's cobalt reserves, a key mineral for electric vehicle batteries. The Democratic Republic of Congo alone supplies 70% of the world's cobalt, yet the country struggles with economic instability. Zambia and Zimbabwe are major players in lithium production, another essential mineral for the global energy transition. By backing a currency with these resources, African nations could reduce their dependence on foreign currencies, stabilize exchange rates and combat inflation, increase investor confidence in African markets. If implemented successfully, this initiative could reshape Africa's financial landscape, making it less vulnerable to global economic shocks and ensuring greater control over its own resources. What are the benefits to Africans? The introduction of a mineral-backed African currency would bring several major advantages for governments, businesses, and citizens alike. 1. Stronger local currencies. Many African nations suffer from rapid currency devaluation. A stable, mineral-backed currency would help protect savings and wages from losing value due to inflation. 2. Lower cost of living. With a more stable currency, imported goods such as food, fuel, and medicine could become more affordable, reducing the economic burden on ordinary Africans. 3. Boost to clean energy investments. Africa is rich in solar, wind, and hydropower potential, but lack of financing has slowed progress. A stronger financial system backed by minerals would attract more international investments in green energy projects, creating jobs and reducing reliance on fossil fuels. 4. Economic independence. Many African economies depend on loans from Western countries and financial institutions. A self-sustaining currency backed by Africa's own resources would reduce reliance on international debt and give African governments more control over their economies. Imagine a scenario where a small business owner in Kenya, Nigeria, or South Africa no longer has to worry about currency fluctuations affecting import prices, or a university graduate in Zambia being able to find a stable job in the booming clean energy sector because of increased investment in green industries. This is the future the AFDB envisions, a stronger, more resilient Africa driven by its own wealth. Challenges and concerns. Is this feasible? While the proposal sounds promising, there are major challenges that could slow its implementation. Political will and coordination. African nations have historically struggled with economic integration. The failure of previous attempts, such as the eco-currency for West Africa, shows that political cooperation will be key. Security risks in resource-rich areas. Many of Africa's critical minerals are located in conflict-prone regions like the DRC, Sudan, and Mali. Without strong governance, there's a risk that armed groups or corrupt elites could exploit these resources for personal gain. Infrastructure and technology. A successful mineral-backed currency system would require advanced financial infrastructure, including blockchain technology, secure transactions, and transparent trade systems. Africa's financial sector would need major upgrades to make this work. International resistance. Countries that benefit from Africa's current economic dependence may oppose or undermine this initiative. The US, China, and the European Union all have strong interests in Africa's minerals, and a shift in economic power could lead to geopolitical tensions. However, despite these challenges, the potential rewards far outweigh the risks. If African leaders can unite behind this initiative, they could reshape the continent's financial future for generations to come. The future of Africa's economic independence. The AfDB's currency proposal represents a bold step toward financial freedom and stability for Africa. By leveraging its rich natural resources, the continent could break free from economic dependency and become a major player in the global financial system. For this vision to succeed, African nations must work together to ensure transparency, security, and strong economic policies. If properly managed, a mineral-backed currency could revolutionize trade, attract investment, and improve the lives of millions across the continent. The question now is, will African leaders embrace this opportunity, or will political and logistical challenges stall progress? What do you think? Could a mineral-backed African currency be the key to financial stability, or is it too risky? Let's discuss in the comments. Stay updated on Africa's biggest financial news by subscribing to my YouTube channel for in-depth analysis and following me on TikTok for quick updates.